You just got fired today. Time to brush up the resume. Let's get fired. Hell yeah. Welcome to Let's Get Fired, the show where I invite my friends to share their crazy out-of-work stories and laugh about it. I am your out-of-work host, Alex Shklar. Today we have with us Patrick Haggerty, who's a New York City comedian, originally from Staten Island, but now in Queens.
Yep.
And you have a roofing background, right?
Yeah.
Do you still do roofing?
Some, yeah.
All right, awesome.
I'll be doing it later this week. I'll be on a roof.
Are you doing more than just roofing and doing other stuff?
Yeah, I do handyman work and I referee and umpire, and I've had lots of types of jobs. So
let me move that a little bit. Hold on a second.
Closer?
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's fine. Yeah, how about how's this?
Oh, you good? All right.
Yep.
Awesome. Can you try again?
Testing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
How about that? Is that better?
It might droop. You gotta have to tighten the one that's like right by the that one. Yeah,
this one, right? Yeah.
No, not that one. On the right.
This one, right?
Yep,
yeah.
that one.
So let me put it up and
tighten it.
Yeah.
Is that good?
How's that? Yeah.
Perfect.
How's that for you? Is that good sound?
Awesome. You're the man.
Cool.
You're such a professional.
Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of microphones. Dealt with a lot of big black rods. You know?
Have you dealt with macrophones?
Macrophones? Would that be a megaphone?
Megaphone. Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I don't know. Is that what a macrophone would be?
I'm sure there's like a macrophone probably means something in like music terms. It's probably like some kind of like special terminology that it means something. I'm not sure.
I mean, it must. If there's a microphone, then there must be a macrophone. Or it would just be a phone.
What about a medium phone?
A medium, right? That'd be a phone.
Just a phone?
That'd be a phone. Somewhere between micro and macro phones is a phone.
The average phone
is the average phone. Yeah.
How many inches do you think the average phone is?
How many inches? 6.5, right?
Is that soft or hard?
Yeah. That's what. And then when you telemarket, I don't know. You have a boner. Remember boner?
Oh wow, middle school.
Remember boners?
Damn. Have you ever gotten like school boners?
Oh sure, those are fun.
And then like you're looking at the clock, you're like, how much time do I have to make this go down before the period ends, and I gotta go to the next class?
Yeah, before her period ends, right?
Ooh, if that's what gets you off. No, that was like weird. We had like in my middle school we had like a warning bell, like a 5-minute bell. It's like in 5 minutes the class is gonna end.
Yeah.
And I had a boner during the warning bell. I'm like, oh shit, 5 minutes. Like think of the most disgusting things ever.
Oh no, it's like a little Pavlov's dogs for you. Where anytime you would get the bell would ring, you get a boner. Wow. You'd be like, oh no bell.
You think if like during sex somebody rings a bell, it's gonna kill my erection.
Yeah. Now whenever I have sex, I can't do it without a bell being rung in the background. It's true. That's real. It's not really real.
I think fake. That's got to be like for all the fetishes there are. That probably is like somebody who's like auditory fetishes. Like they're like, I need this type of like music to play for me to like get off.
Sure. Yeah. Like let's get it on. You know that one.
What do you think the weirdest one is?
For auditory.
Like the weirdest music.
The weirdest music. Yeah. If I think if it is just like sound effects from like a movie, like boink boink, like that would be pretty weird. If that's what you needed to have.
It must be so hard to find a partner who's like into that and just like cool with it.
Hey man, yeah, but then once you find them, that's your soulmate.
It's like, and it's gotta be like a whole meetup group because like there's like so many like people who are like furries and like like this comes up a lot lately because like it's like top of mind all the time, like furry people, but like they have like interest groups, like whole like little societies, meetups. And apparently like, have you ever done like a Oculus VR or like any VR stuff?
Very little bit.
It's a lot of like furries in there, but like they're openly furries. They'll have like the furry like character.
Right. Well, it's like an avatar, right? Of a furry. Yeah. I actually, because I did one. A friend has a VR set, so I went over to use it, and yeah, a lot of people in there were just like had their characters, and you could tell it was a little bit of, are you attracted to my character? It's like this is bizarre, or it's great. No, it's bizarre. I'm allowed to say it.
They have open mics in VR.
Do they? Oh yeah, yes. I did that during COVID-ish times. I did one where it was a VR open mic.
Was it called Brainwash? Right?
Maybe. Yeah, and it was in like a theater, but a VR virtual theater.
Yeah, there's a few. There's like a virtual theater. There's one where they have like a laundromat. It's like one room is like a laundromat, and the next room is like the performing. It's all like interesting because like they actually have to like model everything. There's literal like work, like architectural work that goes into it. It's like, oh, and here's where the door's gonna be, and here's where like the off limits is.
Right.
And they have to. One thing that's kind of super interesting is they have to soundproof it. So they're like, this room, if somebody talks, like they can't hear it in the other room, because if they make it all audible, then people will be talking, they'll hear everything on stage.
Yeah, hear everything.
Cool. All right, I have an opening question, which is kind of like, I always say it's like the boring interview question, but it does help the viewers/listeners understand who you are. What was the question? Tell me where you went to school, what you studied, and what were your first intentions for your first job?
So I guess college is what we're talking about specifically.
Did you go to college?
I did go to college. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta specify for Staten Island people.
I guess that's true. But yeah, I am one of the few comics who went to college, who finished college at least. And I went to college. I went to SUNY Albany, and I have a bachelor's degree in journalism.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a pattern that a lot of comedians have very peculiar liberal arts degrees.
Yeah, right.
Journalism, communications, English, theater.
Yes, yeah. And even I'd say, journalism, I mean, I maybe I know a couple people who have it, but yeah, a lot of people, that's what you do is, if you just want to go to college and you want to finish college, you do English, communications, liberal arts, something like that.
Communications was like our athlete degree in my school. I went to CUNY.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, journalism was a little bit to the like off the beaten path within that, but still right there. I mean, my minored in English, so it was effectively that I have an English degree. You know, I've even explained that I have a specific English degree, but even during the time I was taking those classes, the teachers would say, "Oh yeah, you're not going to get any work with this degree. Like, journalism's dead."
Was the implication that you're supposed to go to grad school, or that like?
Yeah, they said the only way this will be useful is if you get a master's, and then it'll be the equivalent to your average bachelor's. But that's kind of true of everything these days anyway. So that would be the most positive teachers would tell you, you need to go get your master's, and then once you have your master's, people will start hiring you for paid internships, and then so it's all there was a direction to go in. It was just something that I was interested in, and it's the only thing that it's connected me with is just the ability to write. As a comedian, it's good to have that ability.
Do you know a lot of big words?
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty good.
Why don't you ever use them?
I use them, and I guess we need to talk more personally. Is that big enough? Personally,
you're a very personable person. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool. But if it makes you feel any better, I had an ex who did a journalism master's at NYU, and equally useless. So I think if you didn't get a master's, right?
No, in journalism.
Yeah,
and all of this is just what you do with it. So if I did an internship during school. It was with The Onion. I did an internship, and basically, if I had said, okay, I will be a production assistant at the Onion, I probably could have stayed with The Onion at the time, but I didn't want to be a production assistant when I was 20 years old. You know, mm-hmm. I didn't want to do kind of the grindy type of work that you do to become a reporter or become a journalist. Where if I had decided, at 2021 that I was gonna do this and this is what I wanted to do, then I probably would have been able to do it. But comedy has a similar level of, you have to grind just to make $100, like in the same way that in journalism you have to grind just to start.
Is there a path forward for what you're saying, your intern at The Onion? Could you have kept doing it and eventually become a writer for The Onion?
Yeah, I would have. At the very least, I had the internship. If I had said I'd like to stay around, there was production work that you could just jump into where if that's behind the scenes, where I actually even did some production assistant work while I was there, so I probably could have right away jumped into production assistant. And I even did, my job was, I was a writer's assistant, so I was jotting down the information and stuff, and I would put in my 2 cents of what I thought was funny. I was like, oh, that's funny. You know, that they would be writing and I would be helping with the process. So yeah, I had my toe in the door, maybe not my foot in the door. But then they moved to Chicago. So the Onion was in Brooklyn when I was working there, and then they moved to Chicago. So to whatever degree I might have worked with them, I wasn't moving to Chicago. So
yeah, that's a downward move city-wise.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, yeah.
That's why they call it Second City. You know?
Nobody's first choice.
Right. Yep.
That's pretty funny, actually. Is that actually why they call it Second City?
It's the second city, yeah. I mean, it's one of the second cities. It's really the third city, but yeah, because it's New York, LA, and then
top 10 cities.
Yeah, you're right. It's in the top 10 cities, Chicago.
I'd say Chicago's probably top 10 cities in U.S.
Yeah, I'd say it is. It's
not the world.
It's the third city. It's the third best city, or not even best. It's just the third, like. You can do anything there.
It's the side chick to your side chick.
Yeah. It's the side chick to your side chick.
All right,
yeah,
so
I'd rather go to Chicago than LA. So.
Well, now for sure, yeah, LA's like fucked because the movie industry is like really like shitty now, right?
Yeah, it's all gay.
Well, it's always been gay, but now it's like the bad gay.
Right. Yeah. Right. It used to be the good gay.
The good gay, the fun gay.
Fun gay.
Now it's just like the annoying gay. Mm-hmm. Annoying gay and also no work. Right. So was the Onion like the first thing you did out of college, or were you doing that during?
That was during college. That was. And then, the first job I had out of college was at a barista, coffee shop.
Ooh, which coffee? Like a regular coffee shop? Like,
yeah, it was a local coffee shop, not Starbucks or anything. So
the North-South one, what's it called?
Oh, no, it was called Beans and Leaves on Staten Island.
They have comedy there too, though, right?
They did an open mic there for a while.
Was that in any way because of you?
I ran the open mic to start, and then it got taken over by another comedian.
Oh, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Isn't that funny how like all comedy starts at these little places because a comedian is a barista there?
Yeah, and that's who wants to run these things. Where and that's how comedians are who host stuff, right? Like if you have a musician hosting something, they're like, "Hey, everybody, like, come on, take a seat." Like there's no rhythm, but even though they are supposed to have rhythm, there's no direction to a show if it's not run by a comedian.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I go to this mixed mic, and that's exactly what happens. It's like, all right, guys, let's settle in. And it's like 7 p.m. mic that starts at 7:30, never earlier. Yeah. And then like between every person, like you know how some hosts will do like time between. Like this won't be time. This will be like just like, what were you talking about before this? Can somebody remind me what the jokes were or what the songs were? And then like she'll try to riff off of things as she's trying to remember it. And I'm like, you could just introduce the next person, just make it flow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
especially with an open mic, nobody wants to hear you. If it's a show, then you need to keep the rhythm going. But
MCing is hard. MCing like is underrated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could like really make or break a show if you're a good or bad host.
Yeah, you're a good host. You're a good open mic host.
Thank you so much. I'm good at show hosting too, but like open mics is probably. I think open mic hosting is probably arguably harder.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because you're trying to keep like excitement in a room that I never had excitement to begin with.
Yeah, and I host them pretty similarly myself, where I don't think people want to hear you do a minute, but they definitely want to hear you say a joke in between. Yeah. So if a comedian goes up and then you come up and then you just say something. 10 seconds and then you bring up the next comedian.
Yeah, reset the room.
It shouldn't be zero. It shouldn't just be, oh, give it up for them. Now give it up for them. And then you just bring up the next comedian. It should be something of, oh wow, look at that shirt. What a jerk off. And then you bring up
you're giving away your best MC material.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. That's just the quick stuff.
Look at that guy. How gay.
What a gay jerk off.
No, the worst is like the ones where like they don't even host, they just kind of like yell things out.
Yeah.
It's like, it's super efficient, but it's just like someone bombs, it's like, all right, next guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the times I would be okay with that is when it was like 3-minute open mics and there were like 40 comedians.
Oh, yeah.
Then at that point, yes, you just throw the next person up. Nobody cares about what you have to say.
But maybe still just go up and like speak it into the mic.
It's probably still better, but again, like, did you do mics at the probably not, because it was maybe before your time, but the Creek in the Cave?
No,
it was before. Yeah. That when they were still in New York, that's what the open mics there were. Was you would do 2.5 minutes, and there were like 40 at least 40 comedians on the open mic, and that was who was in the room, was all comedians. And you had an opportunity, like if you had 3 sharp jokes, then you did those, and they better be like kind of like pinpoint in order to get a real response. And then at that point, it just makes sense to just keep running people up, because I know we're all trying to get our steps in, but that's a lot of times standing up for the host, and after 2.5 minutes, so it's and what they would do then is, let's say it was a group of 5, they'd pull it from a bucket, right, or something like that, or like a list or what have you. They might go up every 5 comedians and then again reset the room. So this group of 5 was a pack of comedians, and then the host would go up and again, maybe like settle everyone down and everything, and then read off the next 5 names and then bring up the next.
I've seen that too. Where they'll do like the host thing between groups, and they'll actually go up. But the most like, I think I don't say the laziest, but the most efficient way to do it was like probably like the Black Cat, where she'll call out the whole entire group, but then she'll just sit there in like the little king throne.
Oh yeah.
It's like, all right, next one.
Right. Well, yeah. So the Black Cat does the same thing. Yeah, that's true. Black Cat does.
Do you do Black Cat?
I've done Black Cat.
It's nice. It's like
I should get to more open mics, but I don't do many open mics.
Well, I
think yours is the only open mic that I do.
It's been a while,
and it's been a bit.
It's been a while,
it's
been like over a year, probably.
Yeah. It's been about a year, and that's the only open mic I do. Is yours? I do that once a year.
Just knock some rust off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Staten Island. I know enough producers who run shows where I can just hop on like a bar show. Yeah. And that's effectively my open mic. And I run a weekly bar show, that's an open mic. Yeah. For me, that's an open mic.
Yeah. Bar shows that are not super high production, basically are open mics.
Yeah, but not mine, right? You're not talking about mine, right? You can be talking about mine. I'm
trying to think if it's like, how would I describe it? It's not like open mic because there's audience, but like
there's some other. It's a bar show. Like it's its own thing, but because it's clearly not when they're good. When a bar show's good. Am I in here?
You're good, yeah. I lowered the feedback a little bit. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Do you want me to raise it for you?
I talk loud. No, that's fine. Yeah, it was just... there are really good bar shows that when it's full at a well-produced, like you said, bar show, it feels like a B- comedy club show. Like it's not a great comedy club show, but it's like, this is kind of like a comedy club show. If you a bar show at its best is what a comedy club show is like at its middle, like
average day,
maybe average day, exactly. So I would say Steiny's every so often does get to that. So because it has a bunch of regulars. It's a dive bar on Staten Island, but it's a cool dive bar on Staten Island, and it's right by the Staten Island ferry, so you have people coming in who are tourists, and a lot of times people will just come on the ferry, and what they'll do is they'll Google bar. Nearby, and then they'll find Steiny's, and then they'll walk up to Steiny's. So there's people all over, but like there's people from out of country, out of state who just come to Steiny's.
Do you think they have like a good SEO, like a bar, like the whole entire page is like bar next to Staten Island Ferry?
Absolutely. There's nowhere that is that type of bar that's any closer. And there's other bars that are in the vicinity, but they're more like restaurants. This is a place where, you come here and you get a $4 draft, light beer.
They try to advertise it like as like a pregame place. Like during concerts on Instagram, I saw them post like, "Come here to pregame before the concerts."
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That makes a lot of sense because it's right by St. George Theater.
Yeah, it's like the Staten Island people. Not on St. George. It's like it's pregame on the island. Get in like a bunch of cheap booze. Get on the ferry. I'm assuming probably drink on the ferry.
Right.
And then once you're in the city, you go into that place. And
that makes a lot of sense too, because back in my heyday, I would go to the city all the time, And you'd kind of want to be near the ferry already, but as you were getting ready to go. So Steiny's is the spot.
It is a good spot.
Yeah. It is actually a really good spot. It's a good spot for booking comedians also because it's not hard to get to. So I feel good about booking comics on that one because
nobody needs to take a bus once they're on the island or like the train.
Which that's what's brutal about.
Sir.
If you have to take a bus or a train,
the Sur's not that bad. The Sur's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's just about. Well, it's just about, and it's the nature of the show. Like, it's a bar show, so I wouldn't want to have people doing all that kind of travel. Where, I did a show in Brooklyn, but what was it? Far Rockaway. Oh, yeah. Not long ago. I did a show in Far Rockaway, and I thought, well, this is way more of a pain in the ass to get to than my show on Staten Island. I'm coming from Astoria, so no matter what, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But going to Staten Island's easier than going to Far Rockaway. Or there's and it depends. To each their own. But it's easier to get to that part of Staten Island than certain parts of Brooklyn or Bronx or whatever.
I'd rather go to Steiny's than Bushwick.
Yeah,
because Steiny's, I was just get on the ferry, look through the city. It's pretty straightforward. Bushwick is I gotta go through the city, take the L from there. It's a whole thing.
Take the L,
Yeah.
Take the loss. Yeah.
I mean, any bar show in New York City is taking an L to some degree.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a little bit. You're like, all right, I'll do it. Well, that's the other thing is that it's a Monday show, so all the comics who are working and trying to do a lot of spots are thinking like, well, I have nothing else on a Monday, so I'll come do that one. So this
is the fun mic.
This is the fun mic, right.
Actually, you could do the fun mic and make
Well, Greg and Rob go to your mic all the time. So
yeah, they're the best.
They'll pick that one. They're like, it's fun. I'll book them on my show, and then they'll go to your mic instead. And I'll be like, all right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm stealing talent from you.
That's all right. No, that's the only pair that I would say does that. But they definitely do that.
They have loyalty to me because I got them cigarettes for their birthday.
There you go. That's it. That's all it takes. So if I did, so that's what I have to do. That's fair. I'm not doing it.
You gotta get cigs for.
That's a lot. That's like $20. I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I knew them for a while.
Yeah, I'm only kidding. Yeah.
It also turned out that actually it was like 14 because I got it from under the table spot.
Oh, good.
And this guy was selling me Virginia cigarettes.
That's doable.
It was nice.
Yeah.
No, I got Rob Marlboros, and he's like, "Oh, I'm trying to quit Marlboros. I'm trying to quit smoking." And then half a year later, it's like, "Hey, I finally smoked that pack."
Yeah. Oh, good. So you saved it.
I'm like, did I make you get you back into smoking? He's like, no, I was gonna smoke anyway.
Right. You saved him for a special occasion. Maybe there was a funeral that he smoked him after. You can smoke anything after a funeral, then it doesn't count.
That's true. Yeah. Good time to start crack.
Absolutely. It's the only time I've ever smoked cigarettes is after funerals.
Really?
Or properly anyway.
Properly. How else would you smoke it?
I don't inhale. Like my lungs just won't let me inhale, generally. But then after a funeral, my lungs are like, let's do it.
Is it because if you suck too hard, it's gay?
It's a little gay. No. It's just a visceral response. It's like
you don't enjoy it.
It's like not opening up your butthole until you have to poop.
It's like, do you cough if you try to inhale too hard?
I won't even inhale. Like, it won't go in. I'll because if you go, that's not inhaling, right? Like you have to go. Like you have to open up your lungs and actually have it go into your lungs. Like this is just.
It's just
sucking.
That's just mouth cancer. You want to get the lung
cancer. Right, exactly. You want to get the lung cancer, yeah. Sucking and inhaling are two different things.
You have vaginismus of the esophagus?
I've had that, yeah.
Here's some big words for you.
Yeah. Vaginismus of the esophagus, yeah.
Just too tight.
Yeah. Inflammation of the vagus.
I feel like I've never enjoyed smoking, but when I had to smoke a cigarette, well, not had to, just ended up smoking a cigarette because a friend is smoking, gives me a cigarette. I'd always inhale, but then in the beginning I would cough, but then I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah. I can't do it. I smoke weed, but even weed, if I can't smoke joints anymore. The papers get me, so I can do a bowl. It has to be just straight weed.
Nice.
Yeah, no papers anymore.
We can do that after the podcast. I'll take you to the park and show you the best view of the city.
Ooh, maybe. I have to drive later.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I'm going to the Yankee game later.
Ooh, nice. Who are they playing?
Blue Jays,
Toronto.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Toronto.
Yeah.
That's how they say it there.
Fuck the chick from Toronto yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was like, imagine she sees this.
Yeah. Is she cute?
Yeah.
She's alright. Yeah.
She's a Toronto 8.
Yeah, Toronto 8. Nice.
8.
Hi,
unemployed watchers. Guess who just got a sponsor? If you're a comic or a comedy fan, you definitely need to check out Comedy Scene app. It's totally free. It's available on the Apple stores, the Google Play stores. The gist of it is, if you're a comedian, you could find a bunch of open mics, just open the app, check in, and you get some points. At the end of the year, they round up the points, and the top performing comedians, not even based on how good your comedy is, which is great for all of you who potentially suck, you'll get money. And I know this is the case because I've done it 2 years in a row. I got so much money that I have been permanently retired. And the reason I'm doing this is because Comedy Scene is my day one homie, and he's giving me some more money to run this promo. But it doesn't end right there. Because if you're a comedy fan and you have no interest in doing comedy, you too can get points. You can be a number one fan and you get some comedy tickets, some prizes, and the biggest feature, I think, is you can go to all these mics, and if the comedians are performing, you could check them off your list and it'll collect that data for you. You can have proof that you saw Dave Chappelle before he became Dave Chappelle, and you could be like, hey, remember Alex Shklar? He's got a Netflix special now, but I saw him when he sucked and was doing this shitty open mic at Freddy's Bar in Park Slope. And that's kind of cool bragging rights, right? So yeah, get the Comedy Scene app. You could probably get it on a link in the below. If not, just Google Comedy Scene in the Play Store and Apple Store. Make it rain. Do you not like money? And we're back.
Okay. 8.
When did you start getting into like jobs? So like you interned and then like you graduate, you're like, oh damn, my degree's useless. So did you go straight for roofing?
So it was coffee shop, then it was... then it was waiter. So that was a big jump in money. Barista was pretty bad. It was $5 an hour plus tips, but it was like under the table. So it turned into $20 an hour. Or no, that's not true. It was bad. It was like bad pay. It turned into minimum wage, which at the time was really low. So it turned into $8 or $9 an hour.
How's the tipping in Staten Island?
It's okay. I was a terrible barista. I was a pretty good waiter. I was a really bad barista.
Did you get the order wrong? Was it like bad?
I was like not. I treated it like it was just work. You know, there's like it's manual labor. You know, barista work. You know, you're being asked to make a coffee, and then you have to make this complex thing. You know, of course, if they ask for just a coffee, then I'm really happy. So I just pour them a coffee, milk, sugar. Here you go. But if they're asking me, oh, can you make an espresso shot, pour it into a cup, like. You know, froth the milk, and you know all these different levels of it. So, the way you get tips is by being like, "Oh, hi there, welcome to Bubba." You know,
being like a hot girl.
Being a hot girl is really what it is. But there were guys who worked there who were really good at getting tips too, and they were just like, "Hey man, what's going on?" You know, they were just like chill dudes. Like, you know, I was just like sweating and like, I was like, all right, like, what do you want? Like, I can do it, but it's gonna take everything in me. And they'd ask for a cappuccino. I'm like, oh shit, I suck at those. And like, I'm really bad at cappuccinos, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And like, I'm like, here you go. And they're like, this is a latte. I'm like, I know, because I'm really bad at cappuccinos. I can't do them.
It's not frothing. You just spit in it.
yeah. It's like, well, here's a latte. Because a cappuccino is supposed to be like almost all foam, and just to give you a little inside scoop. But a latte is hot milk and then a little foam on top. A cappuccino is almost entirely foam. And I was atrocious at foaming milk and a few other things I wasn't good at. And again, so when they would order something, no matter really what it was, I was just thinking like, oh my god, I don't know how to do this. It wasn't even like, even if I kind of knew how to do it, it's, you know, it's like, to me it was like tiling a floor. Like it wasn't art, it was just labor, you know. So I had to think of it in terms of, okay, all right, put head down and let's work, you know. So I wasn't someone who was gonna get tipped because I looked like I was miserable all the time.
Yeah, did it also like come out kind of like not pretty?
Oh yeah, they were all terrible. I'd say like 80% of the time I didn't make it well.
Yeah. I was buying weed at this place in Union Square, and like it's like the people selling you weed will chit chat, and it was so odd to me because like they're not working for tips, but because like they're kind of towed to like establish like maybe like a relationship. This girl's like, oh my god, I love this song, came out when I was and I'm like, I'm just buying an eighth. Like you're not, what do you do? Like you might like lead me on and make me think that you're into me.
Right, that's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna like you said, it's not for tips, and that's what I prefer someone to just head down, do your job, give me my thing, like all right, goodbye, and then that's it. You know, so I guess that was my mentality as the worker as well, as these people just want their shit. I'd say a lot of people did appreciate that. Like, I guess if you or I had ever gone into that shop, into my shop, then they would have appreciated the way I worked to a degree, because all they wanted was, please just give me my coffee. It's also people. I was just saying this the other day about when you go to I guess it's the difference between you go to a restaurant and it was an ice cream shop. Mm-hmm. So, and people who work in an ice cream shop are in pretty good moods for the most part, because the people who walk into ice cream shops to get ice cream have a big smile on their face, and they're like, ooh, ice cream, I can't wait. The people who walk into coffee shops to get coffee are like, oh fuck, I need this or else I'm gonna die. Like my head is pounding. So they're all miserable as they're walking into this coffee shop, and if you take longer than 3 seconds to give them their thing, then they're just getting more and more pissed. And so I worked at a coffee shop, and the misery with the people, like, because it's a drug. Ice cream, it's also a drug to a degree, but it's just more of it's a treat. It's
a fun drug.
It's a fun drug that
we don't look down upon.
Right. Coffee is just
like a date drug.
Coffee is just I need to get this to get my life
function.
I just need to function.
What do you think the worst version of that, like working as a receptionist, like a methadone clinic?
I guess so. I guess coffee's not the worst thing.
The guy comes back with the cups. There's no froth in my methadone.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
I want to speak to your manager right now.
There's no froth in my methadone. That's good. Yeah. Can I have some espresso with my methadone, please?
I feel like drug jokes are hilarious, but like you can't make them in Staten Island apparently. I think it depends on the type of joke, but the type of frothing you do from those drugs is from your mouth. It's a different kind of frothing. I think a guy comes in and like draws a little leaf in your mouth.
As you're foaming from the mouth and like spitting up goo.
All the Staten Island EMTs are like, all right, somebody draw some art in this guy's face.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's his face. Cool.
Oh, it's a flower. Oh, he's dead, by the way.
Oh, a little leaf. Oh, he's dead.
Now that's a shitty job. EMTs,
yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy in college. He was doing that while in college, and he's like, it was mostly like homeless people and dealing with them like passing out or like ODing.
Yeah. Well, and you go into it thinking, some runner's gonna have a heart attack, and I'm gonna save his life, or like but really it's just people who are like destitute, and you have to.
I'm gonna give mouth to mouth to my future wife.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, you just like carrying like a woman in a stretcher who just shit herself.
Right. Like she wants to die, and she's and you have to save her.
Yeah, that was the story you told me. It's just like it's like the day I started I learned I have to wear double gloves every time I deal with people is when I had to like deal with this homeless woman and pick her up, and one of the gloves ripped, and he's like, oh, I'm touching shit. Oh,
yikes. Yeah,
barista's better than that.
Barista's better than that. Yeah, you can't put a flower in a pile of shit.
You can. It's still a pile of shit.
All right, here you go.
You draw in it like wet cement.
Yeah. I used to work at a manure salesman shop. Yeah.
Alex Hart's Patrick.
That's nice.
Now the world will know.
Yeah. How nice.
So barista, then waiter. So was the waiter job also in Staten Island?
Yeah, it was like a block and a half away. Right, Not even. No, it was on the same block.
Have you worked in a service job outside of Staten Island?
Yes, I worked at Citi Field briefly.
Okay, so that's Queens people. Would you say? I'm trying to. the thing that I'm trying to get to is like how are the people like, because I feel like Staten Island would be like kind of shitty customers, but maybe not.
So I had a big change in the type of customer from barista to waiter. So barista, yeah, it really was, people are just miserable when they're coming in for coffee. But then I then started working as a waiter, and people are like, "Ooh, fun! Like I'm going out to eat, and like my kids are here." You know, sometimes.
What kind of restaurant was it?
It was a taco joint. So even that, it was like, and it was, I wouldn't say upscale, but it was like a margarita place. You know, like it was a place where you go there for tacos and burritos, but you also go there for to drink. So it was half a party spot. On top of being it was a decent restaurant, but yeah, it was a clubby restaurant type place that you would go for mojitos and burritos.
Younger clientele?
I'd say younger.
All the hot MILFs of Staten Island?
Yes, I'd say all the hot MILFs of Staten Island, yeah. That's not like young, but everyone's trying to look hot. For sure.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that's kind of nice about like suburban places, like Staten Island included, where like people might not be the best, but the women will make an effort.
Yeah. Oh, that's always the case. Yeah. Well, that you know what that reminds me of, oddly, and is you can go to the worst neighborhood in America, and all the cars are nice. Everyone. That's what the people put their money into, is a nice car. So it's same thing with women. Women are like cars, is what I'm saying.
Women are like cars. You want to get inside them.
Mm-hmm. You gotta rev them.
What else can we? What other analogies can you make about women and cars?
Oh yeah. Women are like cars. You gotta. They always come with a clutch. That's just a purse joke. That's just a joke about purses.
Women are like cars. You always want to ride your own.
Yeah. Women are like cars. When you put them in reverse, they got a little camera in the back.
Women are like cars. If you're renting one, then you're kind of a loser.
Yeah. Women are like cars. The minis are the best.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Good handling.
That's right.
What else is there for cars? Mm-hmm. Women are like cars. As much as you want a brand new, you'll end up with a used one.
Yeah. Women are like cars. SUV. She's ulva vagina.
Wait. She's ulva?
Yeah, because she's got an ulva.
I think it's vulva.
Yeah, same thing. Ulva. Yeah,
Ulva.
No, you're right. But this is different.
Ulva's a good name if you're like a German. Ulva. My name is Ulva.
Ulva. Right. Yeah. Close there's the Seinfeld episode. Mulva. Yeah, that's what I was working
That's
toward.
Good. Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice having a male guest because we could be so misogynistic.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, women like cars jokes. We'll probably think of like a million more.
Yeah, women are like cars. Yeah, women are like cars because they'll exhaust you.
Okay, no, women like cars. I'm like, all right, let's end the women like cars. Okay. What would a motorcycle be?
Like women are like motorcycles, you mean?
No, but like, what if women are cars? What's a motorcycle?
Oh, motorcycle. Black people.
Black people.
Just kidding.
Because they have two wheels.
Because they're great.
Because you're taking a risk riding one.
Yeah, exactly.
You're kind of cool for doing it, but everybody's worried about you.
Yeah, because I own one.
Yeah, everyone's like,
did you get that?
She's pretty hot, but wear protection.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah, I always wear leather. Well,
you don't know how she's gonna handle.
Yeah.
Careful with those turns.
Mm-hmm.
You have a motorcycle?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
I used to.
Yeah?
It's pretty cool.
In Russia?
No, here.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I had like a nice little cruiser, Yamaha. But it was more scary than it was fun. That was the problem.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm on a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, I might die.
You have to keep straight. Yeah. Like, well, that's how I feel on a bike on the road. I'm not like, yeah, it's okay as long as it's just for transport. I mean, the only reason I can get it, I can understand a motorcycle or something like that, even a scooter, is it's a whole lot cheaper than a car.
And parking.
And parking's, yeah.
Parking was the only reason I got a motorcycle. Was like, I'm never going to have a car in this neighborhood. And because it's going to be a headache. It's like the parking is going to be like 3 hours a week of just like me switching parking spots.
Yep.
Which is insane. Plus the insurance, all the handling, accidents, which are inevitable because like, even if you're a great driver, other people are going to hit you.
Yeah.
The reason I got rid of the motorcycle was because somebody hit it while it was parked.
Yeah.
And that kept happening. That was like the third time it happened.
Oh, yeah. Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
I think the first time...
people don't see it. That I think, motorcycles are kind of oddly... like you can't see them when you're driving.
Yeah, it's one headlight or something. You're mentally looking for.
Oh, it hit you while you were driving?
I tapped sights, got a little sight, so I buy a car while I was on it, but like it wasn't bad. It was fine. It was like
that's scary though.
It was low speeds, not on a highway or anything, but like I was like, oh yeah, I guess like this could happen. No, the bike got hit when it was parked, and it happened a couple times. And the first time it happened, my neighbor, shout out to this dude in Bensonhurst, got the dude's plates, so like his insurance paid out. I'm like, oh shit, money.
Yeah.
And then the second time it happened, the guy had no plates. And they fucked up the motorcycle up so much that like it was gonna cost more to fix than like to buy the same kind of used motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm done with motorcycles.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I was saying is I think it's hard to see even as you're parking. Like if there's a motorcycle there, sometimes you just don't notice it. I bumped into someone's motorcycle, like just thinking, oh, there's no car behind me. I just went into reverse, went back, and I rammed into someone's bike.
It's never on purpose. Nobody's just like being like, oh, fuck this guy. It's
yeah, well, it was like a neighbor. I was house sitting for my sister, and I hit into one of her neighbor's bikes, and I was just like, I'm so sorry. I gave him $400, and at the time that was a lot of money. Now it would have been like, all right, fair enough. But at the time I was like, oh shit, $400. I was like 22 years old working at the coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, money. Shit, yeah.
That's gonna ruin your whole month.
Absolutely.
It's did it damage it at all?
It like wanged it pretty good, like, and I hit the shit out of it. I just like I was just whipping backwards, like about to like go through into like a driveway and then turn around and go. Like I had to turn around to get off the street.
You had too much confidence.
I was just like, there's nothing behind me. Yeah, there's no car.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, it could have been a baby.
It could have been a baby, and actually I did think that at the time. I was like, that could have I could have been a kid. It could have been something that was also small. That was So yeah, I felt. How much? Actually, looking back on it, $400. They were nice to me to only ask for $400.
Probably cost more to fix.
Probably cost more. They probably bought a new one. Because it was like, I don't think it was like maybe not that little, but it didn't cost much. I think it was all more what do they call it, on the outside of something.
Oh, not aesthetic.
Yeah, kind of aesthetic, but
cosmetic damage.
It's all. I think it was all cosmetic damage. Yeah.
How much do you think it will cost if you hit a kid?
I mean, maybe at least $600.
600?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's why I was like, I could have hit a kid. That would have cost me like $800.
Yeah, cosmetic damage on a kid's face.
You're right. You're right. Then the cosmetic surgery.
Fuck this whole face up. But it's okay. It's Staten Island. It'd probably be like, he'd still be like pretty bad.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we have 6 others. Like he's fine. We'll let him rot. Man,
the bike you hit was on Staten Island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something neighborly about Staten Island. Not as like neighborly as like small town USA, but there is like an idea of like, oh, this car belongs to my neighbor.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like, oh, some
who
random
the fuck's
dude.
car is this? Yeah, right. Yeah, I got towed not long ago. Because you never know once you get towed, your car's gone. So what a moment that is as you're like walking back to where your car is, and you're like, where's my car? my car's not where I parked. And it's because I parked, who knows, like I must have parked in front of this person's driveway where they couldn't get out. And it was probably just the ass of my car, and I kind of get it. I was pissed at the time. But
do you think they're trying to like prove a point, like everybody keeps doing it?
That's what I figure it was, is that it was trying to prove a point that they could have gotten out, and then they just try to prove a point. But kind of part of me is like, if I lived there, I'd probably do the same or I might do the same thing.
If it happens a lot, you get annoyed.
Yeah, well, it's one thing if you have a driveway where it's like a nice open driveway, but a lot of the ones in this area, in Queens, Brooklyn, wherever, it's like a gate, where you have to just back straight up, like you don't have any maneuvering room. So yeah, right. I'm sure it's really annoying.
I used to live in this part of Brooklyn. I was my family was renting a floor of a house, and the landlord, it was kind of like that, like a gate that opens, and you have like not a lot of space, and periodically people would just park in the driveway, just like very, very like blatantly, just like put their car in the driveway. It's like, oh, I'll be right back in like an hour, and it happened so often that like one guy really got fucked. So that landlord, he was like a construction dude. He took like a bucket of cement, covered the windshield, and then got the car towed.
Oh, Jesus.
So the guy's like, oh, did you see my car? And I'm like, I think it got towed.
Yeah.
So he's probably like going to that tow place, paying the fine, and he's like, oh shit, he also fucked my car up.
Oh my god. But they like must have wet the cement, I guess. Like they,
he had the materials to be. He probably like planned it out. He's like, next guy, he's really gonna get it.
yeah. Right. This wasn't a snap decision.
Oh, it's definitely very much premeditated.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna get this guy towed. The next guy, I'm gonna get him towed and also put cement on his car.
Yeah.
And not on his wheels. Like someone else might think like, oh, you mean his wheels? You'll put like cement blocks? No.
Nope. The windshield. The whole entire windshield was covered in cement.
Wow. And good for that guy.
The funniest thing is the guy came, he rang like our doorbell. He's like, hey, I left my car here. I'm like, well, it's gone now. Yeah, getting it towed must be the worst, because like you just go from like, oh, I'm about to drive home to like, oh, this is my entire day now.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, and a friend of mine, like made this point once. It was a comedian, and we were like he drove to a comedy show that we had, and as you were walking towards the car, it had a ticket on it, and he said, you know what? As long as it's not towed, like if it's got a ticket on it, you can live with that. Like you just go home and you deal with it later. But if it's towed, it's just like you said, it's your whole fucking day. It's your whole day. Yeah.
It's like if you get like a fine for something, and it's like you get like a court date, but like you could pay online.
Yeah.
You'll pay the ticket just not to like deal with the court.
Oh, I'm not. Yeah, I dispute them, but only online. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was younger, I was like principled. I was idealistic. I'm like, I got this ticket that I didn't deserve. I'll go to court.
Yeah.
And like the cop shows up. He's like, he did it. And the judge is like, yeah, he did. He sounds honest.
Sounds right. Yeah. Well. Also now, as you get older, let's say you get a $65 ticket. Now you're like, whatever. Like
your time is worth more.
It's not worth your time. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Like it. Just think about it. It's an easy 4 hours. Like, because you got to get there, you got to do the thing, and then you got to get home. So, that's nothing. Like $65 for 4 hours is.
But before you make money and you're in college, you have no value of your time. You're like, oh, I'd be like home watching a movie or jerking off.
Right.
It's no big deal. I'll make this trip.
Yeah.
I'll fight the system.
Right. And when I was making $8 an hour, I was like, I got to go challenge this. I can't afford that. Yeah.
This is my food for the next week.
Right. I need this money. These motherfuckers.
So you worked service. You have like a very standard path so far, like journalism degree, barista, waiter, and then after waiter, I assume you did like 3 more waiter jobs.
So I went into the one at City Field that I mentioned before. That was actually busboy, but
City Field.
At City Field, yeah. The waiter job. I mean, all of these jobs, I was like by the skin of my teeth being a functional version of this, like a barista. I was like, gosh, I'm not really a barista. Waiter, I'm not really a waiter. I was really good with the people as a waiter, so I fucked up orders almost all the time. Like I would put them in wrong into the machine, and then I have to sometimes I'd put them wrong into the machine, realize it right as I'm pressing send, and then I'd run in and be like, hey guys, that order's wrong. and they're like, bro, you gotta stop doing this shit. And they're like, dude, you gotta take your time and not do it.
Did it ever get to a point where you got the same customers whose orders you fucked up and they remembered you?
Yeah, and but I will say that the feedback or the feedback loop wasn't totally negative, because when I would go up to a table and tell them I'm sorry, they'd tip me more. So they would be like, oh, look at him. I mean, my theory, and I think it's a pretty decent theory, is, and I had this at the time, is they would think, oh, he's going to get fired today. Let's tip him.
I don't know the theory. They probably thought you were retarded.
They're like, we should give him some money because he's not going to have this job long.
That actually would be a pretty good move, to be like so bad at the job, but be like, hey guys, but I'm like actually mentally handicapped. And they'd be like, this kid is great.
Yeah. I'm just like a doofus. Like, but like I speak, I would speak well to them, and they'd think like, oh, what a fucking moron. And then they'd have to give me a little more tip.
They come back next week. It's like, this guy's still here.
Yeah, right. Well, a lot of the cooks would say that, like, you haven't been fired yet. I'm soon enough, There was actually one time, speaking of you're fired, I got sat down by one of the owners of the restaurant, and I talked myself out of being fired without even knowing I was about to be fired. Like, so he sat me down to fire me.
You were that oblivious?
He sat me down, and I was like, oh, things are going great. Like, I'm having a great day. Like, working really well with the customers, and I'm doing well with the cooks. And then he was like, all right, man, you're on thin ice right now. And I'm thinking like, and then like, so we have our conversation, and I walk away, and I think, he was about to fire me. Like, he sat me down to fire me, and I accidentally talked my way out of it by being a fucking moron.
How much time did you buy yourself?
A year.
Year?
I spent a whole year at that restaurant.
On thin ice?
Kind of on thin ice, yeah.
That's
like
crazy.
he talked to me probably a month and a half in, and I finished the year.
I had something similar, which was like, I kind of knew I was about to get fired, but like it was just funny. Like it was like a UK company, so the process they have there, like they're very pussyfooted about this. Like they're not, they can never be like blunt, like you suck, we're gonna get rid of you. So they had this whole meeting where they're like, oh, you're like not doing this great, not doing that great, and then like I had to like defend myself, and at the end I was like, oh, you guys like you scheduled this meeting on a Friday and like in a weird time. Like in the future, could you just not do that? Because it seemed like I was about to get fired. Yeah, like, that's kind of rude. Like 2 weeks later, they fired me.
Oh yeah, right. It's like, if you're gonna fire me, don't make me come in on a Friday. Right?
Yeah, no, it was annoying because like I feel like if you're about to can somebody, the person kind of knows already.
Right.
But like to do like a kind of like a psych, or like a mulligan, or like it's like, oh, we're gonna fire you. Oh, maybe not. Maybe,
we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll see how you react.
Right.
It's like, that's annoying. Just like it's like the breaking up, but like it's like we need to talk, but then you don't break up.
Yeah, right. Well, I think everybody wants to try to give you a chance, to a degree. And both ends, like both a relationship and also a job. Like, they don't want to fire you. Like, I believe them that it's brutal. He felt bad for me. Like, that was part of it too. Like, he didn't want to. He was like, all right, I'm going to give you another chance. But
yeah, most times when you get fired, they're like, people don't like take joy in it. They're uncomfortable. They're also worried that you're gonna like overreact and like throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first time I got fired, my boss was like, oh, thank you so much for being professional about this. And I'm like, should I have like told you you're a piece of shit?
Yeah, right.
I mean, like, I think that, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, it's funny because I was 23 at the time, and maybe that helped me, but in a way that should have been like, you'll be fine. Like at 23, I would, and that would have been true. I would have been fine. If he had fired me, I'd be like, all right, I'll just go do manual labor for a bit, and like that no big deal. Whereas if you're like in your 30s and you're working a job, it's like, dude, I need this job. Like, please don't.
Kids.
I have kids. I really need this job. Yeah, 23. I was like, this is the most money I've ever made, and I live at home, and I don't need any money. so I'm fine. So
after City Field, is that when you started doing manual labor?
Yeah. Well, I worked with my dad from. My dad is a roofer, owns a roofing company, and I worked with him starting reasonably significantly when I was like 12 years old. I would do like cleanups on big jobs, and then as I got into when I was a teenager, I would do some serious work, and then into college I was like a worker, like 19 years old. Over the summer from college, I was covered in dirt, coming home, washing like soot off my face after doing like a full day of roofing.
Did you ever blow your nose and like the black stuff comes out?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, like I would go into, and I'd have to go. We had a pool, and I'd have to go in the pool to get the first layer off, because if I showered, it would destroy. Like the tub would be covered in dirt.
Pool as a bathtub.
It's got chlorine, and it's like I needed to, because otherwise I would have messed up the tub. Like the tub wouldn't have been able to handle how much dirt I was
above ground pool.
Above ground pool, yeah.
It's Staten Island. Have you considered getting like hosed off?
You can't get hosed off with the layer of dirt that you have on you.
No, it's that thick.
Yeah. It's not dirt at that point. It's just it's caked on. You sweat, and then it's dirt, and then you sweat some more.
You gotta like power wash it.
You just need to scrub the fuck out of it, and it doesn't even come fully off. Like you're covered in like dust, like shingle dust, and it's
That's just pure cancer,
without a doubt. Yeah.
Oof.
but it's kind of fun. Like, and I took some, it was a good look. Like it was, you look like a coal miner.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. The coal miner look. What was that movie? The sexy coal miner from Zoolander?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I look like.
I've been roofing.
Yeah, I used to have pictures of me just covered in dirt.
Like the legitimate blackface?
Yeah. The only okay blackface, that's right.
One of these days, if you're ever big, you're going to get canceled for those pictures.
Yeah, I wish. What a boon to my comedy career that would be.
That is a great loophole to blackface. Just like hard manual labor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dirt.
Yeah. Okay, so did you stop doing the roofing when you got like out of college and started doing like the barista stuff, or are you still doing it on the
I would
side?
do it here and there with him, and then once I stopped, so to skip ahead a little bit, I went and did the busing job at Citi Field, and then once I was done with that, I started working with my dad full time.
Did you ever feel like you wanted to do your own thing, so like you didn't work in like a family business?
Yeah. Well, I worked with him for a while, like pretty full time, and then I started doing my own thing soon. Not soon thereafter, but
Yeah.
After that.
I think it's awesome to work in a family business. So you know John Fox?
Yeah.
He also like family business construction. I think it's pretty cool, but I always wonder if it's like weird because like now your dad is your boss, and it's like and also your coworkers know. And
and it makes for a terrible I still lived at home at the time, and it's like my home life was like not good because we would get in fights all the time while working
over roofing.
Just like yelling, you're right, but over roofing, just because I was a 24-year-old who was kind of like a little bit out of it, and he was a type of boss who would yell. And
were you like a bit of a pothead?
No.
So out of it in what sense? Just kind of like
I'm just
daydreaming.
Doofy dude. Yeah, daydreaming. I daydream.
Get your head out of your ass, Patrick.
Something like that, but without the cursing. But yes.
He doesn't curse.
He doesn't curse. No. He'd be like, wake up. And like that kind of.
How does he feel about this? Does he ever watch your comedy?
Oh yeah, well we get along really well. Well, now that I don't work with him full time, we get along really well.
Is he like watching your roast battles? Like, Patrick, why do you have to keep saying faggot?
No, he likes that. No, he doesn't watch those. I just tell him my clean jokes, like the clean jokes that I have. I'll just run them by him, and he really likes those.
Oh, that's cute.
If anything, he would watch certain jokes of mine. He doesn't anymore. He would watch certain jokes of mine, and he'd be like, "I gotta stop watching your sets." I'm like, "Yeah, so you should stop watching my sets because some of them are like sexually based and stuff." I remember one time I did a show, and they said you can be rated R, you just can't be rated X. At some function, whatever, a birthday party or something. And I was like, that's fair. It's one thing to curse in front of adults, like old people and stuff, but it's another thing to be talking about your asshole or talking about your dick.
Is that X? Where's that X start?
I guess so that good question, and we'll talk. Let's talk about it. Yeah, but I have a few jokes about like bodily parts, right? But as long as it's not the actual sexual act of them, I have a joke about my balls, but it's not about the sex aspect of my balls. It's about how my balls sit. I have balls. Like that's a
how you unstick your balls. You have to
yeah. Right. So to me, that's not a sexual joke. Would you agree? So the joke goes, I do a curtsy, and I'm like, oh, this is a curtsy. It's also a great way to unstick your balls from your leg.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't mind doing that, and I actually even then it's a little bit too much for a lot of people. Like I think they're like they don't like it, but to me, that's not that bad because it's not really about the sexual aspect of your balls. It's about just the physical aspect of your balls. It's like, yeah, I have balls. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
that's the limit to me.
It's a little fuzzy to me because I'm thinking like that. Like when someone says like, "Oh, we're clean," I'm like, what jokes could I not say and ruin somebody's like appetite or meal? Like, and that's like the line. I'm like, oh, if I'm talking about like any kind of like genitalia shit, because like diarrhea is like. You'll watch like Nickelodeon shows and they mention diarrhea.
Right.
It's not like it's like dirty, but it is kind of gross.
Yeah, and to your point, even the ball joke, people don't want to think about that. So I think you can kind of allude to these things without mentioning it, and maybe like so as long as you don't say diarrhea, if you say like I had water. There was some water coming out of there, but you don't say ass, you didn't say ass and you didn't say diarrhea, like just kind of balance it. Like I have another joke about prison rape, but there's two versions of the joke. There's one version of the joke where I mention getting fucked in the ass in prison, and there's another version of the joke where it's just like, what are you doing bending over in prison? So there's a balance of people are thinking of prison rape in the other version, but I'm not mentioning prison rape. I'm not saying those words, So
it's like saying the N-word versus saying the N-word.
The N-word, right. Which the saying the N-word, like without saying that, not the actual word, that's obviously, for one thing, that's acceptable. Like you can't say the N-word.
What are these N-words doing here? This guy's so polite.
Wow, tonight. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you.
What a clean comedian.
Wow. Exactly. Yeah. But you're right. Like. Kind of, it's about when people are eating. Like that's what you want to balance.
And it's also, I feel like when somebody's hiring you and asking you and giving you those directions, I don't think they truly know what the people are gonna like. So they're like, well, if they're cool with it, we don't give a shit. But then like if somebody complains, even if like technically you're clean, they're like, oh, we went too far.
Yeah. So
that's like
well, even like some. So I did a show once where a person asking us to do the show said be squeaky clean, like rated G, like G to PG. And then I get there and I start talking to the audience and they're like, no, tell dirty and dark jokes, please. Like they were wrong. Like the people who were running the event didn't know what their clientele wanted. So there's a balance there where you kind of have to you just have to try some stuff. You have to say like, how about this? Is this okay? How about this?
Yeah, I think the issue is like the people hiring you don't understand the art fully.
Yeah.
Or the audience or the event, and then they kind of like get mad at you if it doesn't go right. I remember like Mark Normick is bringing up the story where he got hired for a private event for like this company, and they're like, oh, roast us. Here's like all the dirt. It's like this guy has a drug problem. This guy's cheating on his wife, and then he kept doing that, and everyone was just like, oh my god, what the fuck would you say that? And like he's just bombing for an hour.
Yeah. There's one person, but then the person who's running the show is like, yeah. Sitting in the back is like, yeah, fuck them, I'm quitting tomorrow.
Got him.
Yeah, finally. I'm trying to bring down Mark Norman and also make all these people unhappy.
That is actually an excellent way to like get someone canceled. Just hire him for a private gig and tell him to do like all this horrible heinous shit.
Yeah.
And then like you have like all this on like on video.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If we want to like move up in the pecking order, that was the one thing during like the big cancel era. Is anytime a huge comedian would get canceled, it'd feel like, I think I just moved up in the order. Like that person's out of it.
I'm gonna get canceled next.
Yeah, right. Ooh, I hope so.
All right. Here's a fun question. I feel like we've touched on it already, but what was your worst job experience? And I feel like we'll probably end up like in a roofing area. But like, can you remember a single point where you're like, oh, this fucking sucks. I can't wait to like get fired or quit?
I hate waking up early, so that's any job where I have to, these days especially, I have a hard time waking up early. So
what's early for you?
Like real early, like 7.
6. Oh, 7. Oof.
Yeah.
Like high school early.
Oh yeah, like being in work and like being at work at like 8. Yeah, oof. That's rough.
And which job made you wake up early?
I just did one recently where I was a assistant coach for some for young kids.
Oh, they let you near those?
I know.
That's a bad move.
It was a mistake. I know, yeah. So I did that, and it's just rough. It's just rough. Like, you know what? A lot of the work I do, kind of over the course of even waiting to a degree. I was thinking about that earlier. How I'm always on my feet and I'm moving, and I think I like that because at least it keeps you awake. Mm-hmm. Where if I'm doing some kind of job that has to do with like where you're sitting down and you're just talking and stuff, but you still have to be awake and you're there for 7 or 8 hours, and I'm just like, I'm sitting down, but I can't close my eyes like that. That's really hard for me. So anything like that. So so I do refereeing now and umpiring and handyman work and comedy are my like.
Refereeing for what sport? Like flag football?
Flag football, and I ump softball. Yeah.
Nice. You're like so similar to John Fox. He used to referee like co-ed basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do it a lot. I like do it. I would like to get into it full time, like refereeing and stuff.
Is it good money?
Yeah, it's really good money. Yeah.
Like what was like Zog Sports or something?
What do you mean? What's that?
I think Zog Sports was like the big one. I think now it's like Velo or something.
Oh, Volo.
Volo.
Yeah, no. Volo does not pay well.
No.
I looked into getting into Volo and they don't pay well.
Oh, so what's the company that you say is like the go-to?
I do so the umpiring I do right now. It's for these. It's for TV shows. So yesterday I umpired for the Colbert Show, versus Saturday Night Live.
Oh, like companies.
Company leagues, yeah. A lot, and even the other softball leagues are often company leagues.
Interesting.
That's usually what they are.
So, like, is it like a regular season, or is it like one-off games?
Oh, it's a whole season, yeah. Yeah, whole season, yeah.
So, like, there's an entire team of Colbert, like, writers and stuff?
It's maybe there's writers, but it seems like a lot of the teams are comprised of production people. So, a lot of camera workers and production assistants.
Ringers.
Kind of. Well, even I umped for a while where it was a lot of museums would go against each other. So it was like the Whitney Houston Museum versus MoMA.
Say Whitney Houston.
Yeah, there's a Whitney Houston Museum. I didn't know that either.
Oh, it's not the Whitney?
Isn't it the Whitney Houston Museum? I don't know.
No, I think the Whitney is just like a modern art museum.
Well, all right then. So it's the Whitney.
So much for that English degree.
I didn't get into art. So what's the Whitney? It's about art?
I think it's just a bunch
I thought it was some Whitney Houston bullshit. All right, so as I was saying.
That's so funny. I was like, a whole museum for Whitney Houston? Is this like seasonal or something?
Yeah. The Whitney. So it's the Whitney? Have you been there?
I think I've been there once.
Okay.
I think it's like
you're bullshit. You're just trying to make me look bad.
No, it's right by the High Line. It's like It's a nice museum. Cool. I haven't been there in a long time, so I don't remember. I think
it's just art.
Yeah, but I think it might be like one of those like.
I do like museums. So.
Like temporary exhibitions where like it changes a lot. Like the MoMA is not the same like from month to month. And I think like people go there because it might have like a nice little like an outdoor balcony, so people go there to take the nice pictures.
Cool. Yeah, and like you said, if it's right by the High Line, then it's kind of that you do both. You do the Whitney and then you do the High Line.
Hit them up. Yep. Yeah. So who's like the top dog of the museums in baseball?
They're all terrible, and but I guess back to the point we were making is they had it was funny because it's exactly what you would think if you were to dive into the thought process of it, where it's all mailroom workers are the ones who are actually playing and who are pretty good. The good players in those leagues are guys who you would say, like, if you're playing camp softball, you're like, oh, he's not bad. At camp softball, like so that's the best players, and the worst players are fucking awful.
People who can't even connect with the ball.
Worse than that, dude. Like, it's one thing like to be bad at the sport. It's another thing to not even know how the functionality of sport. You know, so even it's actually been the worst with this current league with the TV shows. Like last week tonight. They got a home run hit off of them, and then they went to retrieve the ball, and there's no fence. It's in Central Park. There's no fence, so they went to retrieve the ball. They picked up the ball, and then the left fielder just walked it back in. I was like, bro, you got to throw the ball.
I don't want to throw my arm out.
And really, and even worse than him not throwing the ball, the shortstop and the third baseman didn't turn around to retrieve the ball. And I was like, guys, you gotta get the fucking ball. And
so they haven't even watched the game of baseball.
Right. It's like the understanding of how to take how to take part in an activity. They don't even know that. It's not. It's the difference between 2 + 2 = 4. They don't even know that 2 is a number. They can't even. They don't know. They're not even up to the basics yet.
Yeah. So you're telling me that people into art are not good at sports?
Seems that way.
Crazy.
Yeah, but some of them are good. The SNL team's very good because it seems like it's all camera workers. It's all production people.
Jewish?
So, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Because I know Jews are like really into baseball in America.
Yeah. Well, they all like. They're moving money around. No. Jews are into baseball. Yeah.
I think it's the one sport where it's kind of like the athleticism of it is like not as important than like the actual like mechanics of like knowing like if I understand which pitch is coming, that gives you such a big advantage versus like someone who's just like strong and they could swing a bat but they have no idea what they're doing. Yeah.
It's more of a skill as opposed to like it's also athletic, of course, but it's like it's as much a skill as it is an athletic endeavor.
Yeah, it's like a pool player could be a giant fat ass.
Yeah.
And amazing at pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I always say that Jews love statistics, so and baseball is big with statistics.
That is true. Mm-hmm. That is true. Not a lot of Jewish pitchers, though.
No. Yeah.
It's because if they get too many strikeouts, it's KKK.
They don't like that. That's good.
Stupid. All right. So that actually sounds like a pretty sweet gig, like umpiring.
I like it. Yeah.
Do you get to like schmooze a little, or is it like all business?
A little schmoozing. I mean, they're so bad. Like it's hard for me to do any kind of I schmooze a little bit with some of the teams, especially if they're pretty good at softball. But at a certain point, I just need the game to move, and they. There's certain things that they're doing that they're just fucking around. Yeah. And I'm like, guys, I'm not getting paid overtime here. Like we got to get this game moving, So I'm fine with, they want to play and they want to have fun, but it's like, it's just this, and I understand it's like a balance where, like, guys, I'm not here to have you have fun. I'm here to have you play a softball game. And if you have fun during that softball game, that's the best case scenario, of course. Yeah. But I'm not here to just let you just like fuck around.
Yeah.
I feel like a dad I feel like an angry dad when I'm.
Well, they're treating it as a happy hour, and you're like, respect the game.
I just want the game to happen. But yes, that's how I feel. I feel frequently like I'm like, come on, get your heads out of your asses, like you were saying before. Like, but I'm just like, guys, I'm here to, like, if you guys want to go hang out afterwards, please do that. And if you want, you could have gotten here early and hung out before. Right now, during this time, the only thing I'm here for is to have a functional softball game. Yeah. So other than that, I don't give a fuck about you people.
Yeah, it's like a poker game where like every round gets stuck.
Yeah.
One person who's like trying to talk.
Right.
It's like, is it good if it's all hearts?
Yeah. It's like making jokes about it. Right.
Yeah.
Which I guess if you're doing like some video, like if it's a filmed comedian poker game, I guess that makes some sense because there's but these aren't. This if it was filmed, I would have a different mentality. But like at a certain point, I'm like, guys, you guys stink. there was one moment where it was like the first pitch of the game came in, the catcher took the ball, threw it to the pitcher. Terrible throw. Didn't get halfway there. Scooted past the pitcher. The shortstop picked it up. Same thing. Halfway, scooted past the pitcher. I picked up the ball and I tossed it to the pitcher. I was like, "Let's go!" Like I was just like, "Guys, I'm not here to watch you guys fuck around. Like this is ridiculous." So I have to be like the coach. I have to be like, "Guys, get your heads out of your asses."
That's actually what I was going to ask. At what point do you feel like your dad?
The whole time. Well, yesterday was really bad. Like usually.
Who's playing?
It was Colbert versus SNL.
Ooh,
it was yesterday.
Fun.
Yeah, and
who won?
SNL by 20 runs, and I called it. I called it a mercy rule, and they were like, "Oh, come on!" I'm like, "Guys, this." And there was one guy who threw his bat, like where it hit off the backstop, and they're just like functionally terrible at participating in sports.
And you have to like watch out so like they don't injure themselves. Or
and me, like I don't care about them, no, but I do care about them. I have to watch out for them to a certain degree. It just becomes a mess, and that's kind of the word that I would use for it. Is like it was a mess. Like you guys have to stop you have to stop playing.
Are you behind home plate?
I'm behind home plate, yeah.
Every time, or are you also like the first base? Or is there only one umpire?
There's only one umpire.
And that's a pain.
Yeah.
You don't have like another guy to like be like, hey guys, come on.
Yeah, well, there was a game recently. Usually my games are the first game at that particular field, so I don't have the opportunity to watch other games. I watched this. I had a 7 o'clock game, so there was a 6 o'clock game before my game, and this other ump. I mean, it doesn't really matter about the ump. The players were just good. Like, they were hitting the ball, and they knew how to, like, they got to the mound, and they took their warm-up pitches, and they were ready to play, and they just kept moving. Where I'm dealing with people who are like, oh, fun. Like, I'm outside. Isn't this nice? Like,
yeah, they're there for the photo ops, just to like...
Right. Where really, they wanted to practice. They were like, oh, let's go do a softball practice. Like, that's what they really wanted to do. But so the game where if you go to other leagues, and honestly, even this is like the dregs of the community, of the softball umpiring community is what I'm doing right now. Where the museum leagues, I'll give them that they were always like ready to play. They're there pretty much on time, and then once it was starting, they knew how to like get to the field and start and everything. So if anything, I think anybody who's a writer are the worst, because they're trying to be like, oh, we're comedians, like we're gonna make jokes about it the whole time. Guys, you gotta, I'm not here to have fun. I'm here to umpire.
This is serious. This is baseball.
It's really just like I'm not there for an hour. If I'm there for an hour and a half, it's not worth it. If I'm there for an hour, it's great. So I don't want it to go longer than an hour.
Where do you play? Like by a Central Park?
Yeah, Central Park. There's 3 sets of fields. There's like the very south of Central Park, the very middle of Central Park, or the very north of Central Park.
I think that's where they had that game in Seinfeld, right? Where
probably
Mitch something, the Broadway star, like gets injured.
I remember that. I think
it was also Central Park.
I met Drew Barrymore.
Ooh.
I have a picture with her.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She's got like her show, right?
Yeah, right. The Drew Barrymore show is one of the teams, and I met Drew Barrymore.
Very nice. Yeah. I bet she sucks.
She didn't play.
She didn't play?
No, she was a great fan. And now, so I have this picture, and I sent it to my wife. And actually, that's how I got the picture with her. I said, "Oh, me and my wife are big fans. Do you mind if we take a picture?" And so I take a picture, and then it's very fun. It's a funny picture.
And she's like, "Wow, I finally found the one person watching my show."
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Watching daytime television, because it's a daytime talk show. It's terrible. No, that's great. But now she does a lot of commercials. Drew Barrymore. Oh, yeah. She does like the travel, the one of the cruises, which no way. And she also does like some of the cancer commercials. But every time she's on TV, I'm like, oh, that's my friend Drew.
All right, we're approaching time. It's like 3:33. So I got a couple more questions, and then we could wrap it up. Mm-hmm. One question I have about roofing. What is the worst version of a day in roofing? Is it when it's like freezing cold, or is it like summer heat, or something different?
I think it's hot. I think the heat is probably worse, because at least with the cold you can work yourself hot. Okay. But they're both pretty bad. So I've worked in like 6-degree weather. I've also worked in 100-degree weather, and they're both really bad. But like right now, I would say I'm better equipped to do the cold, because I'm like getting older and my body runs like too hot. I'm just like, I'm always just like, my body's just running. It's been running for 34 years. So.
You're doing pretty great here. I'm like sweating balls, and you're like pretty dry.
Yeah. I'm okay. But yeah, well, outside it's really hot today.
in the sun, yeah.
It's really bad. Yeah, and so me and my dad we're gonna do a job tomorrow. We rescheduled for Thursday, where it's gonna be like 60 degrees, which. Walking out today, where it's about 95 today, right? I'm very happy that I'm not working tomorrow, where it's also going to be 95. Working in this would have been like, I would have had like a cuckoo clock going. Like I would have been like...
Yeah, like faint.
Yeah.
And also you do have to wear like sleeves and pants, because you got to be covered up.
You have to, yeah.
And you don't want to get like a wicked sunburn.
Exactly. Well, more than sunburn is you're on a roof and it's scorching hot. It's hotter on the roof than it is anywhere else, because it's like effectively blacktop. It's the same material as asphalt, like a parking lot. So it's, if it's 95 degrees on the ground, it's probably like 120 degrees up on the roof. Like, so yeah, it's not, you can't do it. Like, it's really bad. If it's really, really cold, it depends on the job. So if it's really, really cold and you're doing fine finger jobs, that sucks because your fingers can't move. But if you're just manual, like brutal manual labor, like lifting shit, put it on your shoulder, walk, put it down, lift down, that's actually kind of nice in the cold because it warms you up.
Oh, that's a good way of explaining it.
Yeah.
Have you ever encountered any fiddlers?
Yeah,
on the roof.
I've worked on a what is it? Hot tin roof.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it like a cat on the hot tin roof?
There was a pat on a hot tin roof.
Oh. Have you ever fallen off a roof?
No.
Have you ever seen anybody fall?
No. I think no. I've never seen anybody fall off a roof.
Any crazy injuries?
The worst. Man, I don't know. No. The worst thing, I used to have like a really bad tendonitis in my shoulder. That was from high school wrestling, actually. So that lasted another, so I was 17 when I stopped wrestling, and then the tendonitis probably lasted another almost 10 years. So when I first started roofing, I still had this like really, and it's still kind of like wonky, this shoulder. But when I started roofing, whenever I would have to lift something, or there was actually this weird motion where I'd have to use a strap to strap the ladders up to the top of the van, and in order to do it, I'd have to pull this rubber strap, similar to when you do those like the rubber band.
Oh, the band.
The rubber band.
So you're pulling out or in?
I'm actually pulling in. Because I have to like wrap it around, and then I have to get these hooks to each other to hook them. So I'd have to be pulling in while also being kind of in control. So it's not just like pull it in. It's like pull it in and also muscles. Like kind of go like click like that. And even it actually just hurt me just showing you the motion. And yeah, so to do that, that's the hardest pain I would feel while roofing. And I would feel other pains, sure. But this was, and I've stepped on nails before, so that's pretty good.
How bad did it go through?
It would like, it poked. It didn't like go in, but yeah, it gave me a good jab.
Not full like Home Alone.
It bled.
Nerve.
Like it broke the skin, but yeah, right. But I used to have a joke where I would step on a nail, which but roofing, it makes sense. The other way it would make sense is if you're trying to if your burglary attempt is being thwarted by Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. You're the creepy boy, the Merv. All right. One last question, then we could do the post-it. The question is, if you could go back in time to when you're in high school, would you do anything differently, career-wise, school-wise, life-wise?
Back to high school?
Yeah.
Good question. Yeah, I would try out for the football team.
What position?
Like corner.
Okay.
Defensive back. That's what my dad played defensive back. He was a really good defensive back.
Nice.
He was in the newspapers.
Ooh, and Staten Island Times?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Staten Island Advance is what it's called.
The Island Bugle?
The Staten Island Advance. Go check it out. Yeah. But I'd say corner. But then, there's all these things where you think like, oh, I wish I had done it, but I think it would have been, I think I was right to think that I wasn't going to make the team, but I still would have liked to have tried. And then even past that,
so you felt regret that you didn't try to on the team, or was it like that you thought like that path would have led you somewhere different?
Yeah, probably not. So that's that's kind of the balance of like whatever level of regrets you have as you.
That's a very minor regret. Oh, I didn't play.
Oh yeah, no, but whatever it is, I'd say no matter what, and I've learned this, and I think I learned it fairly early, is that it's never. It's fine if you don't want to do something, but it's not necessarily cool if you don't do something. Like for me, I used to think that I only learned how to ride a bike when I was 24 years old.
Oh wow, it's late.
It's late, right? So before I learned how to ride a bike, I thought I would brag about not knowing how to ride a bike, as if it was like, I don't even know how to ride a bike. Like, I'm 20 years old and I don't even know how to ride a bike. And as I got older, I was like, that's not cool. I mean, that's fine. Like, if that's not like a bad thing, but it's not actively cool to. It's better to know how to do stuff than it is to not know how to do stuff. Of course.
But in your, like, young mind, was it just like, bikes are so uncool that I'm not even gonna, like, bother trying to learn?
So the other part of it is that I learned how to ride a bike. My dad taught me how to ride a bike, but then I forgot, which is, of course, that's not supposed to be possible. But yeah, so I was able to ride it. And really what it was is that I never really fully learned. Like, I was able to functionally ride for one time, and like I did it, and then after that I like didn't stick with it, so I never really learned. But I did ride it. Well, but they do say like it's like riding a bike. It's like, but I have ridden a bike and I don't know how to do it anymore. So I was kind of against the grain.
What other things did you avoid doing or learning that you thought would be cool, just not having to bother?
Yeah, it's like weird. Yeah.
Fuck sex. I'm gonna be a virgin forever.
Yeah, it's cool to not know how. Yeah, bike was a big one that I use as that example.
Can you swim?
I can swim. Yeah.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
I had an ex who couldn't swim or ride a bike, and I'm like, what did you do in your life? Like, what was your childhood like?
Right. Yeah. But right. Yeah. Swimming. You're saying?
Yeah. Swimming is very important, I think. Like,
absolutely. I mean, it's a survival technique at the very least. Yeah. But no. I'm doing the triathlon. I mentioned to you before, so it's part of that is swimming.
Are you a strong swimmer?
I would say I'm probably pretty strong. Yeah. Like at this. Yeah, I'm pretty strong.
Nice.
I've done 2 triathlons and trained for another one.
What's the swimming distance for that?
The sprint triathlon is 0.4 miles. Or it's like, something like that. Like,
can you give me the whole distance for the running, swimming, and biking?
So the swimming is the one that I always have to look up. I always forget, but I think it's 0.4 miles or around there, around half a mile, and then the bike is 12 miles or a little bit, maybe 12 point something miles, and then the run is a 5K.
Okay.
So 3.1.
Oh, that's nice. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah.
Not well, but like I could probably.
Well, think about a 5K, right? Like a 5K isn't crazy. No. Anybody, you could do I know you run, but like even someone who's just like pretty athletic can just do a 5K right now.
Well,
like
they're not a great time.
They're not going to die, right? They're not going to die doing a 5K. Whereas a marathon, I can't do a marathon right now.
Yeah, no.
It's too long. Like eventually my body was like, stop. Like even when I've tried to do, I tried to do a what is it called? Olympic triathlon once, and my body just couldn't handle it.
Just cramped up.
Yeah. Or it's just like my body. Eventually, like a little bit into the run of a sprint triathlon, which, again, I don't know all the numbers exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's about a mile swim, 24-mile bike, and then a 10K. Is a sprint triathlon, is a Olympic triathlon, and I tried to do that one day, and about a mile into the 10K of the run, so I had done the swim and the bike, my body was like, you can't do it anymore. Like my body was just like, you gotta stop.
Did you like shit yourself?
No, it's just like my body is. I just didn't have any energy left. It's like you gotta just walk to the car and go home. I was like, all right, like that's it. You know, of course I just needed to train more in order to get myself there. But yeah, again, the point being, if I were to try to do a marathon right now, my body at a certain point would be like, done. You just can't run anymore. Like you need to. You could try again in a couple of days, but you're done.
Yeah, you start running a crazy fever.
Yeah. Your body just stops functioning properly. So again, but anybody who's in like pretty good shape, a 5K is really, you can do it.
Yeah,
you can jog a 5K.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what every level of a sprint triathlon is. It's like you swim and you're about as tired as you are after a 5K, and then you bike and you're about as tired as you are after a 5K, and then there's a 5K. So everything is about the same amount of energy output as a 5 kilometer.
That sounds like a good way to get into triathlons.
Yeah.
Okay, so high school, the only thing you do differently is like, fuck wrestling, let me do football.
Yeah, or even like try harder with wrestling. Like I think no matter what, it would be try harder.
Try harder.
Try harder.
Are you just not a try hard kind of guy?
I am, but I think in high school I should have tried harder. Whereas certain things I do now, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. But in high school, I probably stopped even before I realized that I didn't want to do something.
You half-assed it because you thought you wouldn't do well.
I thought that I wouldn't want to do it, whereas I didn't know. I didn't know.
Oh, you went into it like not kind of being like hesitant about the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember I was about to try out for the football team, and then I went up to the JV football coach. I was in sophomore year. Went up to the JV football coach, and I said, I'm looking to try out for the football team, and he kind of said, all right, well, you know, he kind of just made it seem like it was going to be hard, or you know, which of course, you know, it's sports, but that little bit of pushback was enough for me to say, all right, then I'm not going to do it. But I did, you know, I did a lot. So I went in for the JV soccer teams freshman year of high school. Didn't make it, but I went in for the JV soccer team sophomore year, and I did make it. You know, so it's just those little things.
It's some very minor regrets.
It's minor regrets. Yeah, I'd say high school I did okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. All right, and the one last thing is I asked for everybody to put a little note on the Post-it as advice for anybody out there who's unemployed, hates their job, or just generally needs life advice. And it could be anything broad. It could be anything specific. It could be a joke. Somebody said sell crack, which maybe in this economy, not a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I might do a real one.
Put whatever advice you want and just sign it at the bottom so I have it for forging all your documents later.
Okay.
Sweet. I think that's all we got.
So I put my name, you said?
Yeah, like signature or name, anything you want.
Yeah, put Pat Hag.
Let's see, what'd you write? Do everything. It's like drugs?
Yeah. Whatever you take that as meaning.
Do everything. Pat Hag. Is that really a signature?
No. Oh, did you say signature? I'll do my signature.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was just to have my name there.
Nah, name is fine. Yeah. Probably easier for me because I actually use that whatever rec as to name the episodes.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be Patrick Haggerty Do Everything.
Yeah.
Episode 15 or something.
I like that. Yeah, Work for Cash. Who put that?
That's I just had them on. Work for Cash. Fuck. I'll tell you right now. Actually, I've been doing these back to back, but this guy is oh fuck.
Yeah, see that? See, now you know who I am. Everyone else has their like scribble signature, but mine would have been pretty scribbly too.
Aditya Maya. Because he's like, if you're unemployed, take the unemployment checks and get a cash job on the table.
Yeah.
See double dip, which I've done before. That's brilliant. If you just got fired, that's the move. Mm-hmm. Cash job, unemployment.
Yeah. Cash is king. It's still king.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you could like get paid cash and not pay taxes, which I mean, very unethical, but God forbid like a billionaire pays taxes.
Ethical to who? Who cares about ethics when it comes to the government?
You know, it's so hilarious that like when people come in here undocumented and they work for cash, it's like, oh, but they're not paying taxes.
And the thing is, if you're collecting unemployment, you're still paying taxes
on unemployment. Yeah,
on the unemployment. So you're helping the economy, great, but you know, you're helping the economy if you're working for cash also, because people are now paying cash and they're saving money, so now they have more money.
You're helping a business that can only afford to pay cash.
Exactly.
No, for sure. I think like we get petty because we see other people like game the system that we're not gaming. So it's like, oh, how come I'm paying cash and he's not? It's like, well, you're also not doing it right because you're getting fucked by the system. Mm-hmm. It's like I always think like if you're like kind of like skimming off the top a little, think of like the scale that's happening on the top. It's like people who have like companies registered in the Cayman Islands operating in US paying zero income tax. Mm-hmm. Whereas you're like, oh, I didn't pay $50 this year. It's like, yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, there's so many people who are taking way bigger advantage than you are. Exactly. And yeah, and I think I like the balance of you do both. You do a lot of you pay some taxes, sure, but you work a lot off the books also, and it's like that's
do it all, do everything.
Do everything. That's it.
Cheat on your taxes. That's everything.
Cheat on your taxes and pay your taxes.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Cheat on your wife, pay your taxes.
Yeah. Cheat on your taxes, pay your wife.
Well, she wouldn't mind, but if you're paying her,
that's
trophy
right.
wife.
Exactly.
Are you a trophy husband technically?
Am I a trophy husband?
Yeah.
No.
Because Alexis is like the cool one with the chef thing.
Well, she's the trophy, yeah. Yeah.
No, but she's like working hard and you're like...
I work hard. Oh, yeah, now you sound like her.
Hey, so Patty, when are you going to get like a real job?
That's what she said. You really do sound like her.
You're like, we're married, too late.
Yeah, right, I gotcha. I'm in the works. I might get a real job. So I'll come back when I'll come back if I get a new job.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get people coming back with like more work stories as they get like more and more shitty work experiences. Sure. Shitty work experiences never end.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you everything. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, it's always scratching the surface.
Yeah, scratching the surface. Yeah.
All right, but thank you so much. It's been Patrick Haggerty. Oh, one last thing. Do you have anything to plug? And keep in mind, it's gonna come out in like 2-3 months.
Yeah, whatever. My butt.
Your butt?
Yeah, plug my butt.
All right, check out Patrick's butt, but also check him out on Instagram where he posts all his shows.
Yeah, my Instagram, Patrick Haggerty Comedy.
Patrick Haggerty Comedy. I'll put it in like the comments description on the YouTube video.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, man.
You're the man.
Yeah.
Where are you off to tonight?
Yankee Stadium.
Oh. See, I'm the guy who asked the question multiple times, and then like a third time I'll remember.
You're fired!